Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be going through and giving my content predictions for this weekend here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. And I'll just preface this video by saying I've predicted the same two cards for the past like 3 weeks, and they haven't gotten cards yet. So I'm not going to predict them in this video in hopes that they don't get card, or in hopes that they do get a card this weekend. And I think y'all can guess who those people are: Devin Booker and Luka Doncic. I would love them to get Dark Matters or 100 overalls. But with that being said, I'm not going to actually predict them in this video because it hasn't worked when I've predicted them. So with that being said, before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Archer has a lot of energy tonight, so he might pop into this video a couple times. We'll see. I just got home on Thursday night and he's got a lot of energy. So with that being said, we're going to start off with diamonds as per normal. I guess we'll start with Amethyst because obviously the drop is going to be the way the last few drops have been anyway. We're going to see in all likelihood 6 amethysts, 6 diamonds. The diamonds will be hidden gems, the amethysts obviously will not, and then 5 pink diamonds, 4 galaxy opals, 3 dark matters, and 1 100 overall. So I'm not going to give y'all specific names for every single thing, but obviously amethysts have been current NBA player role players, have been what we've been seeing out of the amethysts the past few weeks, and I do like that that's been a thing. I hope it continues. We've been getting a lot of really nice budget cards. Now, who those players could be, I have no idea. There's a bajillion different NBA players that could get budget amethysts and stuff, but hopefully we'll see a couple of good budget cards again. Really nice salary cap type options out of this drop, if nothing else, from the amethysts, and I do hope that that continues. But moving on to the diamonds. Diamond hidden gems is what we've been getting, and we'll see 6 more of those tomorrow in the drop. And I will continue to mention the ones that I want the most are Bruce Bowen, who I already have, and Larry Nance. They are the 2 best diamonds left in the diamond hidden gems. In all honesty, I don't think the rest of these are really going to have any real impact on anybody's team at this point in the year. I feel like Bowen and Nance are the only 2 here who are elite enough budget cards to where people would actually use them at a high level at this point in the year. And I just hope that we do get a couple of good ones at this point in the year, and that is my hope anyway. We'll see what happens. Those are the 2 guys, though, that obviously I would like to see from the diamond tier. Otherwise, well, it's kind of a crapshoot at this point. I don't think any of the 39 guys left are really likely to be super impactful. Diamond Tyson Chandler was a beast. We got him last week. He was the best diamond hidden gem big left by a pretty big margin. So really the only 2 left that I think are pretty impactful are going to be Bruce Bowen and Larry Nance. So hopefully we see those guys. Now, moving on to pink diamonds. 2K's been doing pink diamonds relatively similar to the amethyst, where it's been a lot of really good budget cards as of late. Not as big name guys for the most part, but guys who have had good NBA careers, a lot of current players, a couple historic players obviously as well mixed in there. And again, I just hope we get some good cards. I would really like to see, mainly more than anything else, a really good pink diamond point guard, maybe with a little bit of size. Somebody who's at least 6'5" or 6'6" would be really nice. And then also obviously a pink diamond big man, potentially like a 7'1", 7'2" type center who can stretch the floor and has at least like 83, 84 speed would be really, really nice as well, so that we get another more affordable budget center option, kind of like guys like Sar and Edie have been for the pink diamond tier. But I just think besides Sar, in terms of pink diamond bigs, we don't really have many good ones right now. So it'd be really nice to see a big man, especially sometime in the near future, from the pink diamond tier. So those are kind of my thoughts again on those positions, but I don't have specific names because I think the amount of names that there could be that fall into those categories is pretty massive. Now, moving on to the galaxy opal tier, we'll see 4 galaxy opals tomorrow. Again, a mix of current and historic players for the galaxy opals, and we've seen some really good galaxy opals. Kyle Korver this past weekend was really solid. Honestly, all of the opals were at least decent. The weekend before that, we get Drazen Petrovic, Rudy Gobert, OG Anunoby, and Larry Markkinen, all of whom are really good budget cards in their own right. And then the week before that, we get Randall and Divac and Rudy Gay, another couple of guys who have been really, really good budget options. So again, I hope we get a couple more guys like that. Now, first name that pops into my head for the Galaxy Opal tier is Artis Gilmore. He got an absolutely beastly Galaxy Opal card last year in 2K24 that was like the best player market big man you could buy pretty much at that time. Was an awesome card for quite a while to give people options to counter some of the gambling only cards that were towards the end of 2K24. He's a guy who's 7'2", has a super smooth jump shot, and if they were to give him a card similar to that card last year that has like 80 speed, smooth jump shot, A lot of size and interior defense and stuff. Could be a really, really nice budget-ish big for a lot of people's teams. So that's another card who'd be really interesting to me. Another Galaxy Opal, who I feel like is a reasonable name, hasn't gotten a card since season 1 in the stealth mode drop, and I've mentioned him a couple times, but I'll continue to till he gets a card probably, is Michael Porter Jr., a 6'10" small forward with an absolutely buttered jump shot. He would be an elite budget small forward option as well. Now we've also already gotten a couple of really good small forwards recently. Obviously Beasley's not extremely expensive, but he is kind of expensive. He's a really good option. Jonathan Bender last week is an absolute budget beast as a 7-foot small forward with a great jump shot. Cards like that would obviously always be super duper nice to see as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But those are a couple names that pop into my head for Galaxy Opals. And then again, another point guard. Dyson Daniels to me feels like the most realistic option. Hasn't gotten a card since the end of season 2 with the NBA storyline set. 6'7" high-level defensive point guard would take over that role from Stephon Castle as the new best budget point guard in the game. Would be an awesome size defensive option who also has a super smooth jump shot and would be pretty athletic. I mean, his diamond had an 80 driving dunk at a minimum. His Galaxy Opal would have an 85. So he'd be another guy who has the potential to be extremely good if 2K were to give us him. So those are 3 Opals that I'd really like to see in Dyson Daniels, MPJ, and Artis Gilmore. Moving on to the Dark Matters. My first Dark Matter selection is a guy who does have a pink diamond and a Galaxy Opal and did get a card not that long ago. And that is Dark Matter Paul George. I know he got a Galaxy Opal card about a month ago, but he is one of those names who, again, first and foremost would be a pack seller. I mean, he obviously would. A Paul George card is always going to be an elite level shooter, a decent shot creator, incredible slasher, versatile defender, a lot of size, the two. And I think a Dark Matter Paul George would be one of the best shooting guards in the game because you'd probably see the release get sped up. Good chance you'd see a SIG or 2 upgraded as well. He could become an extremely good card considering that he already has a very, very nice jump shot. He's got a good escape and his defense and slashing are already elite. They give him a nice behind the back or a good dribble style, put that release on very quick, and he would be an absolute stud. Depending on the SIGs, would have a serious chance to potentially be the new best budget shooting guard in the entirety of my team. So would really like to see a Dark Matter Paul George tomorrow. Feel like he would make a lot of sense. I was surprised by 100 overall Shaq last week, and I think that throws off the likelihood of these guys a little bit because I feel like their next cards might very well be 100 overalls. But I will say for Dark Matter, one of Wilt or Kareem would also make a lot of sense. Shaq's gotten 100 overall. Akeem has a Dark Matter. Wilt and Kareem only have Galaxy Opals. I'm kind of surprised they haven't gotten new cards yet. Feel like that's a very likely guy who could potentially get a Dark Matter or a 100 overall. If 2K were to go back-to-back weeks of 100 overall bigs, we could see Akeem or Kareem or Shaq. No, Kareem or Wilt potentially be Dark Matters or 100 overalls in tomorrow's drop as well. I wouldn't be surprised to at least see one of those guys, if not potentially both. Archer has now brought me a different toy. I think this is the second toy he's been holding in this video. But yeah, I think that's another set of guys who would make a lot of sense. And then I will say he could get a Galaxy Opal as well, but a Dark Matter Lonzo Ball feels like a guy who'd be a pack seller. He's 6'6" at point guard, has a nice jump shot, elite defender, would be really nice as a slasher. Again, with a couple of upgraded SIGs, he would be near the top of the point guard position as well. And he's one of those guys who 2K knows is always a pack seller as well. Would be cool to see him. Another Dark Matter we could see hasn't gotten a card really all year besides that Gems of the Game diamond that was a hidden gem all year and became a Gems of the Game card here in season 5. Dark Matter Ben Simmons doesn't really deserve a Dark Matter card based on real life, but we know he's going to get one every year he does, and I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow was the day that we saw a Dark Matter Ben Simmons. But my prediction for 100 overall tomorrow is one man, and he has not gotten a card since Christmas time. That is Galaxy Opal Kawhi Leonard getting a 100 overall card. He was in the Winter Festival. Sorry, he was in... What was he in? I'm trying to remember now. He was in the Winter Festival, wasn't he? He was in the Winter Festival event. There you go. Kawhi Leonard has not gotten a Galaxy Opal, has not gotten a card since this Galaxy Opal, and he makes a ton of sense to me as a no-brainer option. He's a primary small forward, which is something that we have not gotten yet as a 100 overall. We've gotten a center, a power forward, and Shaq and KP, although Shaq and KP I think were both primary centers, but we've gotten 2 bigs, we've gotten 2 guards in MJ and Vince. A primary small forward and Kawhi would make a lot of sense, even if people would mostly use him at the shooting guard position. I still think he would be an awesome card, have the potential to be very much in the debate for best shooting guard in the game, and maybe, very likely, the best shooting guard in the game, period, not even in the debate. So I think he's a card who, again, has the potential to be extremely good and feels extremely likely as a 100 overall card that we could get in the near future. So with that being said, those are my predictions for tomorrow's drop. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are in the comment section down below. Who do y'all think we're going to get in leaks? And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.